To keep something under wraps. To keep something hidden or secret so that other people do not find out about it. This idiom is often used when talking about surprises, plans, news, projects, or information that should stay private until the right time. If you keep something under wraps, you do not tell other people about it because you want it to remain a secret for a while. Let's keep it under wraps for now. They kept the surprise under wraps until everyone arrived. To draw the line. To decide that you will not accept or allow something anymore. This idiom is used when you reach a limit and say no because a person's behavior or a situation has gone too far. It shows that everyone has personal boundaries, and once those boundaries are crossed, they refuse to continue accepting it. I don't mind loud games, but I draw the line at shouting. She drew the line when her brother started taking her things without asking. To keep someone at arm's length. To avoid becoming too close or friendly with someone. People use this idiom when they want to protect themselves, do not fully trust someone yet, or simply prefer to keep some distance in a relationship. It means being polite but not allowing someone to become part of your personal life. He keeps most people at arm's length until he knows them better. She kept him at arm's length because she didn't trust him yet. To see the bigger picture. To understand the whole situation instead of focusing on only one small part. This idiom is used when you look beyond the details and think about how everything fits together. It helps people make better decisions by considering the complete situation rather than just one problem. Try to see the bigger picture before you decide. She helped me see the bigger picture. To split hairs. To argue or worry about tiny, unimportant differences instead of focusing on the main idea. This idiom is often used when someone pays too much attention to small details that do not really matter and makes a simple discussion more complicated than it needs to be. We both understood the idea, so let's not split hairs. You're splitting hairs. The two answers mean almost the same thing. To go the extra mile. To do more than people expect because you genuinely want to help or do an excellent job. This idiom describes making an extra effort, giving more time, or doing something additional even when it is not required. It often shows kindness, dedication, and generosity. My neighbor went the extra mile and helped me carry everything inside. He always goes the extra mile to help his grandparents. To hit the nail on the head. To say or describe something exactly right without making a mistake. This idiom is used when someone perfectly explains a situation, identifies a problem, or expresses exactly what everyone else is thinking. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly how I feel. Her answer really hit the nail on the head. To lose your train of thought. To suddenly forget what you were saying or thinking about, usually because something interrupted you or distracted your attention. This idiom is common in everyday conversations when someone forgets the next thing they wanted to say. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? The phone rang, and I lost my train of thought. To make a long story short. To skip the unnecessary details and tell only the most important part of a story. People use this idiom when they want to explain something quickly without giving every detail that happened. To make a long story short, we found the missing keys. To make a long story short, everything worked out in the end. To read between the lines. To understand a meaning that is not said directly but is suggested or implied. This idiom is used when you notice clues in someone's words, actions, or writing and understand what they really mean without them saying it openly. If you read between the lines, you'll know she wasn't happy. I read between the lines and understood what he really meant. To rub someone the wrong way. To annoy or bother someone, often without meaning to. This idiom describes words, actions, or behavior that make another person feel uncomfortable, irritated, or unhappy even if no harm was intended. His comments rubbed me the wrong way. Sometimes his jokes rub people the wrong way. To stand your ground. To stay firm and refuse to change your opinion, decision, or position even when other people try to pressure you. This idiom shows confidence, determination, and the courage to defend what you believe is right. He stood his ground and stayed calm. She stood her ground even when everyone disagreed. To take something with a grain of salt. To not completely believe or trust something because it may not be entirely true or accurate. This idiom reminds people to be careful and think critically instead of accepting everything they hear or read. Take what he says with a grain of salt. I always take online comments with a grain of salt. To turn a blind eye. To pretend not to notice something even though you know it is happening. This idiom is used when someone chooses to ignore a problem, mistake, or bad behavior instead of dealing with it. She turned a blind eye to the small mistake. Don't turn a blind eye when someone needs help. To wear your heart on your sleeve. To show your emotions openly instead of hiding them. People who wear their heart on their sleeve are honest about how they feel, so others can easily tell when they are happy, sad, excited, or disappointed. He wears his heart on his sleeve and never hides his emotions. She wears her heart on her sleeve, so it's easy to know how she feels. To call it a day. To stop working or stop doing an activity because you have done enough or because it is time to finish. This idiom is commonly used after completing a task or when people are too tired to continue. I'm tired. Let's call it a day. After cleaning every room, we called it a day. To get the ball rolling. To begin something so that the activity or process can continue. This idiom is often used when someone takes the first step that encourages everyone else to join in or move forward. Let's get the ball rolling and begin with the first step. She got the ball rolling by asking the first question. To keep your chin up. To stay hopeful, positive, and confident during difficult times. This idiom encourages people not to lose hope, even when life is challenging or things are not going well. Keep your chin up. Things will get better. He kept his chin up even after several problems. To miss the point. To fail to understand the main idea or most important part of what someone is trying to say. This idiom is used when someone focuses on the wrong thing and does not understand the real message. You're missing the point. That's not what I meant. I think he missed the point of the story. To play it by ear. To avoid making a fixed plan and decide what to do as the situation changes. This idiom means being flexible and waiting to see what happens before making a decision. We don't have a plan. We'll play it by ear. Let's play it by ear and see how everyone feels later. To put two and two together. To understand or discover something by connecting different pieces of information. This idiom is used when someone figures out the truth because the clues finally make sense. I put two and two together and realized what happened. She quickly put two and two together. To save face. To avoid looking embarrassed, foolish, or ashamed in front of other people. This idiom is used when someone tries to protect their reputation or dignity after making a mistake or facing an awkward situation. He smiled to save face. She tried to save face after giving the wrong answer. To speak your mind. To say honestly what you think or feel without hiding your opinion. This idiom suggests being open and truthful, even if other people may not agree with what you say. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. He always speaks his mind politely. To weigh your options. To think carefully about all the different choices before making a decision. This idiom means comparing the advantages and disadvantages of each option so you can choose the best one. Take your time and weigh your options. We weighed our options before making the final choice. To clear the air. To talk openly about a misunderstanding, disagreement, or problem so that bad feelings disappear and everyone feels better. This idiom is often used when people want to solve a conflict and improve their relationship by being honest with each other. Let's clear the air and talk about what happened. They cleared the air and became friends again.